So, this is a channel where we talk about heavy metal. I thought heavy metal, 2 words, heavy, indicates that the genre is going to be heavy. And that's sort of like partly what the genre is renowned for being sonically abrasive, audiologically aggressive. Though I feel like the genre has definitely reached a kind of apex recently. This is what's happened to metal over the years, I feel, where it got heavier and heavier and heavier and heavier over the years. And now I feel like we've reached this point now where like metal has just got so heavy that it's just kind of like lost its impact and its heaviness. Like everyone's just trying to be louder than the next band and make everything more like brick-walled and like saturated and compressed. I feel like metal has really sort of like lost its heaviness and its impact and got a little bit sort of like impotent in terms of its heaviness. So if heaviness has started to be lost in metal, where else can we find it? So today I want us to all go on a little journey and investigate the heaviest music ever that's not metal, because there's a lot of it. You would assume, right, that heavy metal would be the place for heavy music, but there are many other genres of music that have very high levels of heaviness that is actually surprisingly crushing. So I've got a little list drawn up of some bands to look at, and I want you guys to give me some ideas as well. I think we're going to start like way back. We're going to sort of like start on the lighter end of the spectrum and get more and more sort of extreme as we go, I think. If we go all the way back to like the 70s, I guess. What is the heaviest old granddad retro music? Like, you know, the Beatles' Helter Skelter. It's that really raw, kind of like abrasive, garagey drum sound, like super heavy bass sound. To me, this just sounds like, I don't know, like heavy garage rock, right? And, anyone remember the Osmonds? This is maybe as heavy as like early pop got. It's a pretty fucking heavy riff for 72. The solo with this is great, bro. Check out this fucking solo, man. That just fucking licks. Cheeky as hell. You do also have early shit like King Crimson. I mean, that's basically like a fucking doom riff, right? Like the vocals are all sort of like distorted as well. It's pretty heavy. But then it gets even heavier later on. That riff's like pretty dissonant. Oh yeah, Hocus Pocus by Focus. So let's get a bit more up to date. I know you got stuff like Arctic Monkeys actually have some like kind of some heavy-ish stuff. Dude, the early Arctic Monkey shit is pretty good. There's lots of super cool riffs and stuff. And of course you got obvious stuff like Muse, I suppose. And along the lines of Muse, you also have like Royal Blood. I mean, a lot of Royal Blood stuff sounds kind of like stonery almost. Blur. Song 2, it's a good one. Kind of a heavy riff. Holy shit, that bass. That bass is so loud. Oh, Nickelback. Did Nickelback are kind of metal adjacent. Sometimes they went to like drop B. Alright, then sort of stepping away from the more like mainstream kind of rock stuff to more sort of like experimental. You had stuff like Sonic Youth. It's really fucking like dissonant and out there. It's not like heavy in your sort of like traditional like crushing sense, but it's just still sort of like just nasty. That's still like really abrasive guitar work. And yes, as someone pointed out earlier, Swans. So Swans is like a great example of like a pretty heavy band outside of metal. Right, it's like hypnotic. I mean, this stuff is like just weird. So, some people have been talking about electronic music. I think there's some plenty good examples that we can look at. Someone pointed out Aphex Twin earlier. Fucking creepy, man. Man, this music is like really fucked up. This was just like fucking bonkers. Oh, The Prodigy. That's a good one. Hey, look, guys, I'm Nick Nocturnal. Yeah, PS1 race route selection music. It's like PS1 as fuck. Alright, so anyone remember like this sort of stuff? I have no idea if it's still popular. It's either like Gabba or like Happy Hardcore or something like that, this sort of stuff. This is like absolute just like migraine music. Mega Rave! It's like the most fucking ADHD music ever. It's so funny. I want you to feel it. Oh, the energy. What the fuck is this one? Actually, like, I don't know. I kind of enjoy this stuff. It's really funny. Just like stick this on, eat a load of sugar, and just go nuts. It's like the singer of Sabaton, yeah?
He's about to drift into a story of a nation of thieves made of steel.
That works way too well, man. Right, we'll touch on rap as well. I guess you got the obvious, like death grips. It's basically just like dial-up modem noises. Looks like I'm getting DDoS or something. What's going on? Okay, anyone know these guys? Brockhampton. Actually a really cool band. Yeah, no, like it was either like really poppy or it was like really heavy. It's like this song especially is fucking sick. Like one of the guys actually just like screams as well instead of raps, which is kind of a cool touch.
Pose of fucking centerfolds. So I got secrets only me and all my niggas.
Goes pretty hard. It reminds me of like a level from Parappa the Rapper. You guys remember that game?
The rhythm is slow. That don't mean that you can't flow.
Where's the Screamy boy?
I'll break your neck so you can watch your back.
Pretty heavy. I feel like that's about as hard as like rap music goes. And then of course you have the real heavy stuff. No more messing about now. All right, we've just been playing games up until this point. We're moving on to the real heavy shit now. Classical. In my opinion, classical music has some of the heaviest music ever written. So you got the obvious example like this. You know, this is the one that everyone always cites, right? Oh, it should be distinguished again for this. And of course, Wagner, it's some pretty heavy shit. They use like massive orchestras. Pretty fucking heavy. Then we've got the real shit. Stravinsky. This one goes off the fucking chain. This song is basically just a straight up metal song. This is the world's first breakdown. Just imagine that, right? Replace that with like chugs on guitar. You got fucking breakdown. Like all the old deers just sat down in their chairs like, ooh, this is fucking brutal. You got this. Anyone ever watch Fantasia? That's like the most evil fucking motif ever. Oh, that's so evil! Oh! Oh! It's not as heavy as classical music goes, but it's the best examples I can think of, right? And I have one more example to show you. This guy, Scott Walker. So he started off as a pop singer, just playing straight up like sort of pop music of the time. Right?
From a coffee bar. Well, what you don't know doesn't hurt you.
But then I don't know. He lost his marbles or something later on, and he just started playing really fucking weird experimental stuff like this. This is a pretty cool example. This stuff is fucking weird, like really dark. Yeah, it's pretty weird fucking shit like that. And like this song is like the pinnacle of that stuff. This song is heavy. Oh god, imagine listening to that in bed at night. Horrible dreams. And that song's about the assassination of like Mussolini or something. It's like, oh god. Before we wrap this up, do we have any other examples you guys can give me? Miles Davis? Pretty brutal. That is certainly out there. Amanda Gallus. Oh, I remember her. Let's check that out. Oh my god. Yes. This is what I'm talking about. XXX tension, 1 minute. Yeah, it's pretty heavy, I guess. Interesting. Live version of Vital Transformation. Okay, we'll try that. Fucking hell. stressful. Oh. Yeah, that's a metal as fuck title to it. Between nothingness and eternity. So there we have it, guys. A little run through of the heaviest music outside of metal.
All right, mate. Do that. Do that. Do that. Nice one.